Well, I'm gonna try to do this, but it's kind of like a balancing act with the tripod here. So, a while back, I had this rental house, and there was someone living there that was actually a relative. That I It was a long story, but anyway, when they moved out, there was like a lot of work to do. So much for relatives, right? To work on that house to get it. Sorry, I have to move this because it's not really very stable. Um, to get it to be ready for the renters that were coming really shortly because I had rented it like as soon as I knew they were going to move out, I got found renters. Well, as I was cleaning up and getting all the garbage that was just left about, there was this big, huge pile of garbage that was sitting there. And I took a look at a piece of a cloth, and I thought, wait, I recognize that. And actually, it was a gift that I had given this person a long time ago, and it was a gift that I actually handmade. It was it was a blue and a black and a white uh, with a crocheted blanket, like for a blanket for a bed or something like that, or just a throw. But it was the size for a bed. So I'd spent months and months making it, and I had at some point realized that maybe this person needed it more than I did, for the to stay warm in the winter or whatever. So I gave it to him. So I suppose it was theirs to do with what, or his, or however you want to call that, to do what he wanted to do with it. But at any rate, as I was going through this junk that was left there, it's just garbage that had to go in the dumpster. I found it, and I I thought it was interesting that it was in a pile of junk and it had like dog doo doo on it, and it was there for the trash. That's where it was. It was in a heap of trash that was going to go to the trash. Um, so it did. Obviously, you can imagine how that might have made me feel, but apparently, whoever had it didn't really give a hoot about that. But anyway, it upset me enough to where I actually tangled it out of the trash, and I managed to pick out all it. I took it to where I was living at the time in a cabin, and I actually literally spent like about a month picking out like all the little pieces of just garbage that was like stuck in it, and in it, because it was a wool material, and it was handcrafted, so it just had been left on the floor for dogs to poop and pee on, I guess, or whatever. But I ended up taking all the little bits and pieces out of it, and that took like a month of sitting in front of some movies or something. And then I there was some rips in it, so there was some like places that had been ripped apart, and so I took carefully and knitted them all back together, or sewed them with thread if I had to put it back in order, because it was a kind of crisscross thing. And I guess it hurt my feelings. I guess that something that meant so much to me, that I had a treasure, that I had given to someone that I cared about, had just treated it like that. So after I was all done, I folded it up and I put it in a plastic thing with a zipper, and I put the name of the person that I want to give it to, which is not the same person that I obviously had allowed to live in that house. Um, but I somehow this poem came to me while I was after I put it in that packaging. So here it is, and it's fairly long. So here it is. It's called Handiwork Indigo, written for Hunter on 11/11/11 by Marilyn Morningstar, poet. Here it goes. Oh, fingers of mine, worn and wrinkled, a diagram of how and where and when your poem built its long suffering webs during wondrous, oh, elusive fascination. Which crease in time, knit black or blue, that warmed fleeting flicker of ecstasy and later became a rag of grime or piss by wild, indifferent turkeys, solitary, cold. Although the moment has come or gone, and almost 50 years have fallen away, my mind gladly recalls that warp in time when motherhood brought joy and glee. Another life I save with withering bones, but once this be for me, to save a scene, a tidbit of long ago, a token piece of me, when youth blinded or hope yet rejoiced. For that stitch of time, curious and cruel, when taxing days awaited a joyous new, still lives in deep recesses of rusty mind and reminds one to remember, to forget. When slayed expectations of tender heart around my aging hearth in deserted day, for gone are all the eccentric, melodious dreams of musical gatherings and honey. Yet she remains this handiwork, Indigo, who will outlive such decrepit kindling as I, old, fragile, and blundering creature, used and abused and long ago forsaken. She is not me, yet exhibits a fragment that, oh, ripe sticks once offered value, and might yet remind the new young that in the end all is not, nothing lasts. I'm sorry, but I have to now find the second one of these. That is not the end of it. Oh no. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how I am supposed to. Oh, maybe it's here. Okay, sorry, hold on. You must be patient. Okay, here it is. Sorry about that. That was my little drama in between trying to find my second page. It's still a Handiwork Indigo. This is the rest of it. Not coin or bliss, nor sunshine or lore, even genuine acts of sacrifice sail off and drown in callous, heartless mind, erased from existence and beheaded. Without heart or thought or sympathy, all the goodness, all the deeds of one are wiped away as promptly as a tear, as if gifts had lies fringed with ailing. Understanding is a word without grit. Compassion is an idea without work. Tolerance is a sadly deceptive dance. Love is an apparition, a pitiful desire. So all remaining is old rocking chair, soothed by the mended black o' blue, and the truth of my way and journey, for at the final curtain all may be lost, but self-respect trumps every injustice. Such was life, or at least mine.